Hey everyone, this video is going to be a little bit random. It's just going to be some stuff off the top of my head from about 24 hours, last 24 hours, mostly yesterday, some stuff I learned. Really like the idea that Jay Abraham brought up of convergent thinking versus divergent thinking. The idea of convergent thinking is what you know already, and you're just teaching people what you already know, and it's kind of down one path of thinking, one way of thinking based on your knowledge base. He's worked with 465 different industries, so he's gotten really good by getting different perspectives in different industries. And he has another concept called divergent thinking, which is the idea of we're kind of listening to other people and you're listening to what they have to say and learning from them, and you're actually being the student instead of just the teacher. You're actually being both. The sun's in my eyes a little bit here, but so that's the convergent thinking versus divergent thinking. There's so much to learn just by taking in information from other people so that you can use it in your marketing message and continue to attract the right people and continue to optimize and continue to evolve. I'm typically spending time around real estate and investor people. That's why I label the headline real estate. I'm also helping build their teams. I've found that a lot of this all coming down to cash flow quadrant, like you've seen in my other videos. The demographic stuff, I was following that yesterday. And it's really interesting, the whole demographic crisis and the aging populations in the entire world. We've seen it happen in China and Japan. And the reason we're really calling it specifically the aging crisis is because they're finding the fertility rate's gone down, birth rates have gone down, especially in the US, and a lot of times you need over 2 kids to keep the population growing. And we've seen in China and stuff where they've had fewer kids, so what's happening is they have this aging population and they don't have the workforce to support them. And I shared some different stats on my Facebook page if you want to check it out, but one of the stats goes back decades, but they said like 15 people were working to put into Social Security to support these people for today, right? The older generation, the demographic. And now we're getting down to like 4, some European countries are going to be 2. So it's a sandwich generation, a club sandwich generation. Sandwich generation is taking care of the kids and their parents. Club sandwich generation is taking care of grandparents, parents, and their kids. And so there's a lot of stress for people out there. And the idea of why I want to teach cash flow quadrant for real estate is different levels of thinking as you go up, employee, self-employed, business owner, investor, is you really have 3 different expense streams. So you really need 3 different income streams, right? So you need to have investments working for you passively. You need to have businesses working for you actively and passively. You need to be earning money somehow in some business, self-employed, whatever. And you just have to have money working for you more often and marketing working for you more often because of this demographic shift that's coming up. Because the interest rates have been low for so long in the stock markets with all the bonds and all that kind of stuff, it's boring stuff, I get it. But it's like a lot of these pensions were based on, for people's retirements, and especially government workers and stuff, were based on getting decent interest rates and returns over the last 7, 10, 20 years, but interest rates have been so low that they haven't been getting those returns. So now they have these, people are talking about, I mean, I see anywhere from $50 to $220 trillion in unfunded pensions or liabilities, right? Liabilities specifically. But, I mean, everything from Social Security to Medicare, all that stuff is going to eventually run out of money based on not having enough working adults for all of that. So this is why we have to recognize with innovation and technology, and we're going to be living longer. So that's why there's an aging population. There's a dependency of the kids and the older generation. And we've just got to be smarter and optimize about how everyone makes money today, especially with AI and robots taking over and jobs disappearing and so forth. So a lot of this, my channels, if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or everything else, it's about that topic. It's about the topic of the demographic shift coming up, innovation, disruption coming up, real estate, related to the marketing and passive growth of all of that. And I want you all to just think a lot differently. So follow Jay Abraham as well on YouTube. He thinks on a very different high level. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's a beautiful day out here in the middle of October in Minnesota.